Ciao, ciao. Hello.
Ciao Monica!
Hello, everybody. Hello. Here
We're
we
live again for you. Ciao Monica, come stai? How are you?
Very well, thank you. I missed you. I missed you.
But 1 week passed very fast.
Fast. You're right. Very, very fast. Exactly. But now it's our time. So me, you, and many people.
And many people. And today we are going into the third episode of this new year of Atelier Live Background Volume 2 with Monica Paruta. Woohoo! And we will see how to create the marble, the wood effect, vintage effect, and CRACKLé. Let's go. So today, incredible appointment with our Monica Paruta.
Exactly. So today, actually, I chose for you three more backgrounds. So something that maybe it's a revival, but it's good also to see revival and all things with are new for some people because we have many new friends actually.
Ciao Gabriella, here for you. Hello, Omar and Monica. Woo,
Oh,
woo.
hello.
Comment, please comment later.
Well,
If you have question, make it. I will read and Monica will answer. And it's
what?
very important to share the good morning, Cindy. And it's important to share the video. So
Cindy is in time every Tuesday. Great, Cindy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, friends. To all of you.
all of you, here we are. Here we are live right now. So share the video, please.
Exactly. I also tell it in Italian for my friends in Italy. Condividete questo video, schiacciate condividi e avrete tante possibilità di vincere la Pizza Box.
Una pizza box. En español, compartir este video porque se puede ganar una pizza box. Cada lunes, Giovanni elige a alguno de vosotros que ha compartido el video y va a ganar una pizza box. Hola Lina, ay, desde Perú. Sé conectada Lina, me ha escrito a qué hora empieza el curso de Mónica. Yo a las 3, en media hora. Venga. Agnieszka.
Hello, Agnieszka. Linda.
A sunny day in Cape Town, Linda, lucky
Also
you.
here in Italy, very sunny day. Yes.
Over here, okay, sun everywhere. So we are lucky.
From Finland. It must be anyway a little bit cold there, I think. Also in Norway.
Norwegian. Oh, Elizabeth, welcome from Norway. Finland. Ay, hola.
Maria.
María Rosa, y Beatriz Pasión. Ay, Gabriel, hola. Hungary.
Gabriel.
Hogy vagy? Minden jó?
From Hungarian to Spanish to English. Wow, great.
Hello, Tamar. I love Tuesday. I love to. Monday is a Blue Monday sometimes.
Du Québec, bonjour, bienvenue.
Bonjour à tout le monde, Luxembourg. I like this. I know that we always play the same game, Monica. It seems that we are stupid kids, but we love to play this worldwide game that you're from Portugal, Anna.
It's a little bit like traveling.
Yeah, we really miss it. Really miss it. Stamperia, hello Gianluca, ciao. Hello, Macedonians. They're growing and growing and growing. Monica, they love you. They love you, and
I love you too. Because nice couple together. Yes.
The old couple. So last time we played with the band.
On every Tuesday, yes. I'm here every Tuesday at 3 p.m.
It's every Tuesday. So this is a good thing. Yes, I want to remember, Monica, just a few seconds. Here we are. Because last time, every Tuesday, we are live at 3 p.m. local time with Monica Paruta. We have stone paper bags as episode 1. And then we go to the background Monica style the next Thursday, the 29th. And today we will go on with the Monica background, of course, the volume 2. But Stamperia is live every day at the same time, 3 p.m. because tomorrow we will be live with Cristina Radovan,
Yeah, Cristina, yeah.
one of the most popular artists in Spain, la loca de Barcelona, como la llamo yo. Entonces mañana tomorrow we will stay with Cristina Radovan, and we learn how to use a lot of special snow paste, the Arctic, the flakes, everything. The day after, it's time to call our friends Anthony Tsanidakis, our Greek god, and he will be live with Farrell. Okay, so from Australia, our friend. Okay, let's okay. So Gabriela is doing something. Let's go on. We will have the Scrap Live with Gabito from Uruguay and House of Roses. So we will see what come out from Syria. And at the end, we will have the Babel Live. Every Saturday, we will go live in a specific language. And next Saturday, we will be live with Luciana Warnowski from Brazil. Okay, so.
How many things every day? You can have inspirations and ideas every day. Great. So, do we have our song or not today, Homer?
But only if you dance while I'm playing, because people don't know. While the intro is playing, I see Monica and Giovanni also and everyone dancing. Okay, let's dance together.
Dance together, go! So happy that
Gorgeous. With this, give some good reflection. Yes, it's on the light, so it's
for me. That's for sure. Do you know something more?
Everyone, you change your hair.
You noticed? Yes, it colors the white acrylics actually.
Okay.
Good. So we have a good energy now to start our backgrounds.
In fact, do you want to see Stampers Worldwide a little bit? Dive into our community, our beautiful community here. And let's see. Oh, yeah, prayers. Wait. There's something here. Okay. Lina, I was telling to Lina when the live starts. Okay, let's see. This is our Stampers Worldwide, the most beautiful community here. Oops. Oh, okay. I cannot play it very well. Okay, let's see. We have the Monica Atelier. Okay, today. Wow, this is a bag from Belinda Basson. Wow.
Ooh, Belinda, it's very nice.
Beautiful. I think you give a good inspiration with the Monica's stone paper bags. And let's see, Tina Gomez, Lady Vagabond again. Oh my God, very nice.
Unbelievable what they make with scrapbooking papers.
Cindy, this beautiful card.
It's a Radot. Cindy always make again at home. She's so kind.
Yeah. She really follow every live and always, try to put on purpose what she learned. And this is the pop-up card from Radovan. You can watch again the episode and learn how to create. Let's see. Oh, Belinda Basson. Crea Red. Wow.
Crea Red, yes. By now, I know some styles by many people. I recognize them.
Here we have calligraphy from Hazel. Well, I think that Lady Vagabond and Sir Vagabond really People are in love. Oh, we have some beautiful flowers here. This is Pink Christmas. Okay. Let's see. Again, and this is a vagabond, Sir Vagabond.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, Monica always posts beautiful, beautiful project. This
So many.
exploding box.
I like the colors.
Me too. I was telling that I love these colors. Very particular. Very beautiful. Oh, Princess, Monica Cagnone. Ciao, Monica.
Ciao Monica.
Ma guarda che bello questo rotondo qua con tutte le
Una bella
principesse.
carta, molto bella,
E
elegante.
questa è cream paste oro, mi sembra. Chiedo aiuto al... Is cream paste gold?
It
I
should
think. Should be. We will ask. Oh, this is a nice...
Oh, sweetie. Wow.
Sweetie. Coppelli, oh, so nice. If you want to see all these beautiful... this is me 1 year, 2 years ago to Frankfurt with Caterina. Anita, beautiful this card.
Wow.
We have thousands of projects here on our website. So
Yeah,
please check it, Stampers Worldwide, and find it and find it. So you will love.
Yes, I think so. Yes. So we finished. Let's go.
Let's go home. Finish. Thank you so much, Monica, for today.
And I have to make my background. Okay, so let's start. So someone said they are eager to see CRACKLé paste, but I'm not going to use CRACKLé paste. Let's follow step by step.
Okay.
What do you think?
We will have a CRACKLé, but let's see what Monica had in her mind. Okay.
So first of all, hello Valencia.
Ciao.
So first of all, we start. I chose as last time, which is very practical, some cardboards. So it will be easier to see the technique on something like this instead of a box or canvases, which will take longer to make them. So a cardboard, I think it's practical. What do you think? Shall we go on the other camera?
Let's go.
Okay. Let's switch it. So, no, I didn't change it.
No.
No, it's fine. Here I am. Okay, this is the cardboard, and this is my palette. And first of all, I want to show you this marble effect. So marbles can be made in many different ways because we have many different marbles. I will try with a very simple one, quite delicate, which can be a background also for paper. So not too strong like green marbles on black marbles. Let's look for something softer. For example, in Italy, Omar, we have many marbles like Marmo di Carrara.
Yeah, in my country, it's full of very beautiful.
That's why I chose these colors, which are kind of grays colors. So let's take always a little bit of light colors, like white first, little bit of white.
Okay. Of course, I think you can choose a different palette if you want to have another, but this is quite, typical of the marble texture.
Exactly. That's what I chose, to be a little bit neutral colors. So white, more or less, we always have a little bit of white in these marbles. And then you need a dark color and a light color. So in this case, we have light gray and darker gray.
Yes, Mariluz, it's acrylic. Esto es acrylic colors.
Allegro colors.
We are using Allegro color, our incredible acrylic. I nostri acrilici incredibili. Parliamo anche un po' italiano, ci sono un sacco di amiche italiane che ci seguono.
Ciao a tutte, lo so che ci seguite.
Lo so, del Messico anche. Cape Town. Gabriella Share, brava Gabriella.
So I'm using white, light gray, gray, and turtle dove color.
Okay. I will post as usual. Tomorrow I will post all the picture from Monica and all the colors and the
Tools I use. Yes,
yes.
thank
I
you.
will.
Which is very useful, and people appreciate it. They told me, "Oh, good that then you summarize in this."
Yeah, and above all, you'll find the link that bring you directly to this live, so you can watch again the live and know which product Monica is using right now. Okay.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna use this sponge brush. You know, I love sponge brushes. I
Yeah.
start with white always. And you remember last time we made this sponge background. So
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. So we try to make a background quite
Mm-hmm.
using some gray, some turtle dove. So
Turtle.
I
Hello, Mexico. Hello, South Africa.
oh,
One nation. Okay.
so can you see how well covering are these acrylics? So this is a cardboard
Yeah.
and they stick very well on every surface. I
And they do not deform that they do not ruin the shape of the paper because they dry very well. You see, Monica is not using water. Now I understand from the last lesson that you use just the sponge directly and the color. So
exactly, Omar. Yes. So this surface is covered by these colors. Now let's take,
Bolivia.
let's take now. We have this special sponge, which is called trompe-l'oeil sponge.
Mhm.
It's a synthetic sponge, but it looks really like to a
The
natural,
real one. Yes.
very irregular holes, which is perfect for marble effect. So I take a part of it. You can see this is an old piece, but you tear it off like this, and you take a piece because actually the surface is very small. If you make this effect on a wall, a sponja marina, yes, it's very similar to this
Esponja marina.
it's
Yes.
this is not real, it's an imitation, so it's synthetic. If you make a big background, use the biggest sponge, of course. So this time the sponge, I have to wet it a little bit into water. So
Okay.
water,
You stuck the sponge into the water. Spugna, acqua. Vale. Esponja y agua. Vale.
and then I squeeze it well. Okay, I squeeze,
Bienvenida, Patricia. Ahí.
and then I do the same thing with look, little bit of gray,
Yeah.
little bit of, I finish the white, so I take it out. So you use the same colors.
Christine said that her mother used for bathing this sponge, the real one, I guess, not this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially for the babies, so they're so delicate and.
right.
Okay. Can you come closer to the camera? Yes.
So of course I will take the lightest color on the darkest background and the opposite, of course, in the lightest colors, darkest, the lightest of them. So just dabbing a little bit like this. So you create different areas. I'm now using a little bit of darker color. From the color, always on the palette. Because you don't need a lot of color, only a little bit. So we already have something like this, which is going to turn into marble effect. So now that I have different areas, different colors.
You see? We have a question from Mina. Why not in Italian? Perché non in italiano? Infatti avremo la prossima settimana avremo un live sabato tutto in italiano. Quindi ecco la risposta. Sapete già chi Abbiamo la nostra guest star. È un'altra Monica, dico solo questo.
Surprise, surprise. Okay. And now, comunque, anyway, if you have questions, se avete domande, scrivete anche
Yeah, we have one from Lina. El ponchado, que vale, mi español no es tan bueno por entender lo que significa. Creo esto de Mónica, esto no afecta el acabado de suavidad que posee el mármol.
El ponchado no afecta el acabado de suavidad que posee el mármol. I need your help.
I think that
Sponge doesn't spoil
the first layer you did that it was more suave, you see.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't because actually you go on over and over. So
es una capa más, entonces ahora vemos lo que va a hacer Mónica.
Now I need a brush, angular brush. So you have different areas of colors. You see, darkest and lightest colors. With this brush, which is an angular brush, like this, we use some water.
Maria, sì, in italiano, prossima settimana 2 appuntamenti in italiano, 2 appuntamenti, prossima settimana. Ok, Monica, sorry, let's go.
No problem. Now I take a little bit of the darkest gray with the brush, you see, and I try to create some veins, some lines very naturally. So you press and lift your brush quite following the small, the different colors I have. You see, like this. Then you need water. And look, with the brush, I try to make it softer with the water. Now I take another.
Okay. Maybe this part need to, some experimentation first.
Right, but you take this brush, it will be really easier. Use the brush and try to move your brush very softly. I don't know if you can see really the movement of my brush. I do this movement like round effect, round movement. I press and turn and press and turn and lift. Press and turn and lift.
Okay, angular brush, color on the side. You suck the brush this time to dilute the colors.
This time use water. This time use water.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have veins, which, alors, pour les Français.
Oui, pour les Français.
Alors, les couleurs que j'ai utilisées, ils sont que les 4 couleurs. Il faut toujours une couleur plus claire et une couleur plus foncée. Donc, le gris clair, gris foncé, le tortora et le blanc.
You see, Monica is like, I have here to switch the language of Monica and say, okay, now let's.
One day we'll be speaking Russian.
Thank you, Vincenza. Merci beaucoup, Vincenza, pour la traduction. And we will have also live in French very, very soon. And all the languages. Okay, so let's see. Monica, yes. Okay, now I see the effects coming out.
I suggest you also, if you want to make it, some veins in normal marbles have some lights. So we can go on with the liner brush, a little bit of color, and look, I can make some lights into the veins with white. Very softly. This time also I use the brush always turning in my fingers. Look, white, turn and turn and lift and turn.
Always water to let the brush.
Yeah, a lot of water. The color must be very, very thin.
And also, I think that it will cover less and so create some nice effect with the background.
Right. So then I again use a little bit of sponge again. So with white or gray, and I go over over.
Christina, you're right. This lady is a great teacher. I love her.
Thank you. So I dab a little with the sponge again to soften the veins. Look.
Okay. Kasia say if you speak Polish, maybe.
No, dobro.
Linda say it really looks like marble. Yeah, beautiful. I think that also this where did you learn this technique, Monica? Is also nice to for the theater background or to.
But you know, Omar, I'm in Stamperia for nearly 20 years, and it was one of the first lessons were taught to us when I arrived in Stamperia. Imagine, 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Well, it still works anyway.
it works. And imitation of surfaces are also techniques taught also into school, fine art schools. So they are eternal. So last thing to do, you take the same colors. So a little bit of dark gray with the liner. Look, line,
Muy hermosa technique. Sí.
and you do that. Tuck, 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 tuck. Small drops on the surface.
Okay.
Oui, j'ai tamponné avec les éponges pour estomper les traits des... Oui, c'est ça. Et après, c'est avec le liner, je fais des petits trous. I make these small dots with the dark gray and then with white.
White. Okay. So
I do the same.
of course you need the right amount of water, I think, to.
You have to dilute a lot. So a lot with water. Okay, like this.
Divina tecnica. Hola, Mari.
So imagine after this, if you put some varnish on top, shiny varnish, it will be a really similar to marble. And it can be a background for also papers, you know. So I chose a paper I like a lot. For example, this one. What do you think, Omar, if we make only a little piece of rice paper to see how to match with the background?
I don't know, Monica. We are not the owner of this place. So, people, do you want Monica go on or stop here?
Let's see what
Thumb
our
up or say yes if you want that Monica go on with her incredible marble effect. But please, Monica, can you come closer now with the camera? I want to see very well. Let me see.
So if you make a very light background, yes, go on. So we can. Okay, so
I'm not sure, Monica. I can give you the go on. Amanda say go on, but
go, Cindy. Okay.
if
I
Cindy say yes, we cannot stop. Okay.
this vintage tulip paper. I like a lot. So I take a small part of it just to see how to match with a background. So let's take a part. Can be this one. I think, yeah, why not? This one is nice.
You know, Monica, what I'm wondering, to have the same marble effect,
Yeah.
but using maybe a gray and pink palette.
Yeah,
I
right.
think
Pink
to have-
palette is very, very nice. Omar, you make Portugal marble, which is great. I love it. It's a kind of pink, a very, very nice pink. I love. And then
this old pink come out beautiful, I think, with the marble effect.
I also like black marble. Black marble is fantastic.
Ooh, sophisticated. You're a sophisticated lady.
I like marbles. I tell the truth. So let's put a piece of paper here just to see how we can match a background with paper. Okay.
Belinda say go on. Okay, Bella, we go on.
Linda, okay. Pleasure, actually. I really wanted. So I glued this with our usual mixed media glue, of course.
Ahí, Lina tiene otra pregunta. El brillo que puse al mármol, ¿con qué producto lo creas?
Con una finition, con la vernice, the varnish. You can choose matte or shiny. I prefer on marble. I like shiny. I like shiny.
Okay. Entonces, Lina, creo que lo que tú veas como acabado brillante no está tan brillante porque la cámara un poquito más da el brillo, pero la verdad es que los colores de estampería, el Allegro, el matte, muy matte. Entonces, después necesita que dar una capa de brillo que claramente va a parecer más de verdad el mármol.
Sí, sí, exactly. So, as usual, I glue with the mixed media glue on the background first and then on top.
We have a question from Belinda that I will show you also later. Did she say the wall behind Monica looks like marble? Did she paint it herself?
Yes, Belinda, I made it myself. It's not like marble, it's something very particular. It's made
Later, I want to see in more in details your background. Crazy, you're crazy. You're jewel designer. You paint your wall.
Yes, I did it. I tell the truth. It's made with a big spatula and a paste, a black paste, and then colored on top with the sponges, with big brushes. Yes, I made it myself.
Alda, mi amor. Ciao, Alda.
Happy to
Wait for you, eh? Just tell me. I have this free time and we will go live together very soon. So just tell me, okay, I'm free this day. And
Miss Praga. Okay, so here we are with our paper. And for example, exactly here where we have this part of the paper, we can with the same colors a little bit, try to hide them. Just
okay, with standard brush. I just unmute Monica. Okay.
Hopefully we have all these water-based colors which dries very fast.
Besito, Alda. Okay, so with standard brush.
With standard brush, a little bit of the same color, only to hide a little bit this.
This is really the volume 2 of the background. Last time it was easier. This time it's a little bit, we are adding more tools. We are using more brushes. But, I think that following the first and then the second, everyone be able to create. I see. The paper is not visible anymore, the border, I mean.
Right. And then, of course, we will need some varnish. We can use words here. It can be a second background for other things to glue on top of it, of course. Okay. Background of marble, if you make it light, it can also fit with rice papers or scrapbooking papers.
Maria Rosa Secchi dice ciao Monica, sempre brava. Maria Rosaria, è un angelo questa donna, non è che è brava, è un angelo, you're an angel. Agnieszka, amazing effect, really. It's a beautiful page. It's a beautiful page ready for our journaling or create a tag or whatever. This beautiful effect. Come closer, Monica. We want to see once more again. And the background, your background, the wall. I mean the.
I wanted to. It's made with this paste, dark paste underneath, and then colors on top. It's not difficult to make, really. I made in some hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay, later I will ask about your jewel and something I see behind you, but let's see.
Okay, we will speak about that later.
Okay. Okay. So we got amazing. Say, love the palm tree, beautiful. The rice paper of Stamperia are so beautiful. So everyone match with this beautiful marble effect.
Yeah.
Il gruppo Steflor ti saluta, le tue amiche.
Il gruppo Ciao a tutte. Okay, let's go to
Say cream paste. As you suggest, cream paste flour.
not really.
You're close, but it's
Close.
not the. Let's see later. Let's wait until the end, please. Sue, stay with us until the end. So, and we will see and discover what's.
Technique of her husband, Patricia. Yes, good idea. Because actually, it's very tiring to make that.
I guess that making an entire wall it's
Small, and all the room is even.
And you were alone, Monica?
My sister helped me. She
Okay.
helped me with the paste. Yes, we made it into actually. I had a help. So we
Okay.
still have two backgrounds, Omar. Still two I chose for today. The second background, it is imitation of wood.
Wood. Okay.
Oh,
Madera. Ahora vamos a hacer la efecto madera.
Facciamo l'effetto legno adesso. Of course, we have many systems, many techniques also for making the imitation of wood. But this is, I wanted to use the same products to make the different backgrounds. So you don't really need to add other products like aqua colors because, you know, so with
You move to tears. You move me to tears, Monica. That's great. It's easier to me, you know, that 2,000 products.
Exactly. So I try to concentrate with the same colors. We can make different effects.
Maria, in italiano, prestissimo. Avremo la prossima settimana, avremo 2 appuntamenti in italiano. Segui la pagina di Stamperia, noi abbiamo tutto il calendario messo con tutti gli appuntamenti di Stamperia. Quindi avremo 2 live in italiano. Bella, brava e professionale. Poi parla molto bene l'inglese e il francese. Monica speak English, Italian, many languages, we know.
Everything because I traveled a lot and I have met so many people from all over the world.
Another lady vagabond.
So now what do we need? Same colors, but a little bit of modeling paste. So you need a structure paste, white paste, like modeling. In this case, I prefer modeling compared to other pastes we have because first, it's very quick to dry. Second, it's matte, so it has a matte effect. And I don't need a lot of volume. Otherwise, we would have also different pastes like heavy body paste or, you know, cream paste. But this time, I only need a very, very small quantity of paste. And I need a spatula.
Okay. Dice Isabel che she can understand better Italian than English. Yes, Italian and Spanish are similar.
Yeah.
Muy similar, lo signor. Okay, so this time we use this beautiful paste.
Allora, let's switch close.
Let's switch the camera. And
So now, let's see here. So,
okay.
a little bit, not all over, but only.
Sorry, Monica. Give me the name of the products on the screen, so people, it's easier. Let's put on the desk, so we can see.
Here it is. So modeling paste here.
Modeling paste. We're using this modeling paste.
A little bit of modeling paste on the surface. I don't need really to cover everything, but here and there. Okay.
Okay. Now we are learning how to create the wood effect. So
actually, we have something which helps us a lot, which is this magic spatula, which is a spatula for wood. And sometimes it's interesting to see how to use it because it should be quite natural to use. But I always suggest a way, which is you keep in your hands. First of all, you also have this kind of teeth, which can be useful as well. But in this case, using this part, you go outside from your surface, because if you start here, Omar, you will have a stripe here, which is
Okay.
not so interesting. You should start from outside, and your movement will be moving your waist like this.
Okay, so this is the movement now you are doing on okay, up, just to see how you have to twist. You have
Yeah,
to twist your wrist.
just right. Okay, so I do this way, pressing a little bit the surface. Now it's white on white. It will be quite difficult to see really the effect. You will be more visible when you color it. And then also here. So you see my movement
Yes. The
from
movement is up and down because this tool is the shape is like, yes, exactly, is
we have here.
circular.
Now, always remember to put into water all your tools once you have used them. Not
Yes, because if you use this tool for on biggest surfaces, you have to clean it
yeah.
every time you use to give the this effect. Okay.
You know what? I'm going to create some cuts around my wood because it will be really more similar to wood.
Okay.
So I made more irregular the shape of our cardboard, at least around like this and like this.
Christine Davis, hello. For everyone who just connected, we are live with Monica Paruta, Stamperia Atelier. We are learning how to create beautiful background, volume 2, and you can always watch the live once it's finished.
Exactly. So here we are now. I really need to dry
We
quickly.
have a question from Jean, Monica, but I don't
Yes.
know. Would a fork do the same effect?
So the fork would have the stripes effect, but not these round shapes. Because
Oh,
actually these really, like the knots of the wood, only a spatula like this can make. If you use the fork, you will have the same effect of the spatula with the teeth. So you will have something like curving stripes, curving lines, but not exactly this round effect. But it can be okay anyway. You can try with a fork. So I dry quickly, just a second.
okay. So Monica is drying. Now we are creating this beautiful wood effect. And you see, this paste is totally matte. So let's see how Monica will color. I think she said she will use the same acrylic colors, using the same acrylic colors. Fork is very good for imitation of book pages. You see. Okay, thank you, Agnieszka. Hello, Vilma. Ciao. Vilma, saremo live in italiano 2 volte la prossima settimana. For all Italians, do not miss. And this Saturday, we will be live on Portuguese from Brazil, Luciana Warnowski.
Vilma is Omar's mother, of course.
Yes.
We have to tell this. Many people knows her now because she always follows us.
Always, and always complain that she cannot understand us.
She can see anyway. So now we have this surface. So you see, it's dried already. Now I take some water on the brush and I start with the gray, color gray. This.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm.
And I go over the surface a little bit like this.
I see that the lines and stripes and the texture start to appearing now.
Yeah. With
The paste need to be totally dry, Monica, right?
Yeah, it must.
Totally. Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you will miss the lines effect. Mm. Then I dry the brush. I dry again.
Let's just mute the Monica. You see, oh, nice. Come closer to the camera, Monica. It's beautiful, this effect. I love see the. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. Okay. Oh, hello, Aziza.
Hello. And now we take again our Stamperino brush,
Mm-hmm.
and I use the other colors we have in the palette. So some turtle dove and some lightest gray and white. This time with a dry brush. So dry brush with paper, I dry it well. You know the dry brush techniques. So you only have to go over the surface like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oui, voilà.
Avec Standardino.
There is.
Vincenza is translating in.
Thank you, Vincenza. So kind from your side.
Come closer to the camera, Monica, later. I want to see more in details. Alisa say beautiful. Yep. It's magic.
And now I take the lightest gray, little bit of lightest gray, and I go over the surface again. So with the marble effect, we can make the walls. With this wood effect, we can make the floor.
Decorate your home with Stamperia products. Renew. No, actually, it's very true. Okay, the wall, repainting a wall, it's quite extreme, but Monica can do it. But for furniture, it's perfect. If you have an old furniture, I learned this technique from Donatella the first time many years ago, and I have an old table in my house in Budapest, and the top was really ruined, and I decided to make this wood effect on the wall table, and it came out amazing. People really say, when I say, "Do you think that this is real wood?" I say yes, and I say no. This is made with this spatula. is incredible, and so if I can make, I think everyone
It
can
can
make.
really be like real wood. So now with the usual angular brush, a little bit of darker gray. You see, I go over here where I have these
The edges.
of the wood, and you can create this sort of lines of the wood.
Oh, Debbie learned this technique from Anthony's. Okay.
Really?
Okay, so you are okay creating the lines like wood.
You know, here and there, why not? We can use the liner, and you can create, you know, very light knots. Here, for example. And then go on.
Okay, knots. Basically, you make a central point, and then you go.
So when you make knots, you make something like this with the lines on the right and left. Longer lines like this, right and left.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Patricia say I will have to practice a lot. Well, no, this techniques looks more difficult than how it is in real. Parece más
Not so difficult. difficult. Believe me, it's not so difficult. Actually, here I've used only basically gray colors, but you can play with light brown, dark browns, and make different colors of course, of wood. I've used the gray and light colors because, my purpose is always to create a background. So something that we can use with paper.
Agnieszka said that wood effect is more easy than marble, and I agree with you, Agnieszka.
Yes.
Because with the marble looks simple, but if you have the hands, it's too heavy, and you over sponge it, it doesn't look beautiful. The wood is easier.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think at the end, with the same color and the same paper together, they will look beautiful, Monica. So
Yeah. So only with the I was using the wrong paste. Actually, with the same A4 paper, you can create many things.
I know that you don't like to waste money and stuff. So I'm agree with you. No waste.
They are so good and so nice that it's a pity to waste it. So I put some glue here. So it is always the mixed media.
Mixed media glue. Yes.
I put my paper on it and then glue again.
And glue over. If you see some wrinkles when you glue the rice paper, remember that when it will dry, it will flat perfectly because our rice paper are very thin and the colors so intense, and you cannot spoil it. You can brush it as strong as you can and the color will stay.
So
And this does not happen with all the rice paper, I have to say.
I try to cut out, even if it is better to dry before, but it's okay.
Mariluth, I don't have the wood effect tool. What we can use instead? Oh, Monica.
A fork. A fork can be a replacement, not as interesting if you want, but it can be used. So try with a fork, a plastic fork. It will be good.
Okay, the plastic fork. Okay. As Monica say, you will not have the notes and these.
Exactly these shapes, but you can have the lines of the wood. So,
Maybe with a little passion, you can create it with the brushes or with the fork itself. Maybe.
sorry, Omar.
Maybe with the fork, if with passion, you can create these notes. Imitate also the.
Of course, every tool is useful for the final effect, really. So if you have the right tools, it will be easier and faster. So I always suggest the good tools. Of course, to practice, also a fork you can try. You will see. It will be nice anyway.
Yeah. Of course, we have in our catalog. So if it's a wood effect tools, it calls. Now Gabriella will give the code. Ciao, Gabriella. I see you.
Okay, and we have our wood with flowers here. So here we have the marble, and here we have the wood.
Cindy said, looks wonderful with this paper. I love this paper. Come closer, Monica. I want to see all this beautiful texture.
In wood, you have some holes sometimes, so why not? So,
Liliana, how many hearts? She's in love.
happy you like it. They are not difficult tips, I tell you today, really, but a little bit more technical than the last time. So here we are, and let's go over. So
Silvia Capito, they say one beautiful.
good. So
See you on Friday, Silvia.
let's now try another background.
Another Monica. No, please stop here. Stop here, Monica. Please. It's enough. I don't want to learn more from you.
Let our friends decide for us. So
No, please.
stop
Friends, Friends, say Monica to stop now because we don't want to learn more. We don't want Monica live anymore. So thank you, Monica. See you. Bye bye. It's finished.
Now I stay here with my friends.
Seriously, don't stop.
So what about going to see another background with ancient but always new product? I mean, Omar,
Like me and you.
you remember, Omar, this product, which is country crackling, which is still in our catalog, so you can always find it, and it's great. So Jenny, more. Okay, Jenny, I do that for you.
No, let's do tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have the CRACKLé.
A marathon till tomorrow. Omar does not agree.
Don't listen to him.
Don't listen to Omar. I go on.
No, I think that people are very interesting about CRACKLé, and we have many products from CRACKLé. This, as Monica say, is the old one, but as we can say, the old one always good. The old one always.
Because Omar, you can really use it for vintage effect, but also to with different techniques. And this product is magic because you can use on every surface, also on glass, metal, wood, paper, wherever you want. So really, it's a magic. I've always liked this product because it always works, especially, which is a very good thing for a product.
It works. Let me say, Monica, I remember the first time I tried this product, I failed. I have to confess, I failed because you have to follow some.
I want to listen to you.
I know. I'm sorry, Monica, because I mess up some basic rules. So when you don't do the correct step, of course, it will not come out. But now, follow to you, I will learn how to use properly. So this is special CRACKLé who gives a specific CRACKLé effects. It calls country because it's different from the other type of CRACKLé that we have.
Why? So Christine, is asking, will the product be linked below? Yes, they will. You will.
Yeah, we have Gabriela who is typing the code for us, and tomorrow. Now, Monica will send the picture to me, and I will prepare a beautiful graphic, and I will upload on our Facebook page and Stampers Worldwide also with the link of this video and all the product list. Promise is a promise. Let's dive into this country CRACKLé.
So what I wanted to tell you. So this CRACKLé works perfectly with acrylic colors, so Allegro colors. We use the same acrylic colors we have just used now. And actually, I start with a coat of acrylics. So a little bit of dark gray and a little bit of light gray. So you could use this product very simply with a coating of color, CRACKLé, and a second color. So something very.
Here we have the link. Here we have the link for the CRACKLé country. So the steps are colors, CRACKLé, colors.
Yes.
That's the easy step that I messed up with also.
Maybe because, years ago, we used to call this technique like a sandwich technique.
The sandwich technique.
Yes, the CRACKLé between the two colors, 2 layers of color.
And of course, you have to understand if you want the CRACKLé lines of the colors on the base. So the lines will appear as the colors you put as base.
Yeah, exactly, Omar. Wow, you know more than I suspected. Wow.
Yeah. Honestly, when you mess up stuff and you make error, you learn more and more. So
yes.
And this is Donatella Russo influence also. No, you know how she is good in teaching. Okay, so let's start, Monica. Let's change.
Only the color in with strokes like this, so not specifically, because actually we will cover with another layer of color. So it's not important really how I paint now the background, okay? It's only colored, only
Allora,
colored.
Lina chiede, siempre colores contrastantes? Always color in contrast between them? Yeah.
You know, I've also experimented it with same color. So you put, for example, white, CRACKLé, and white, and you can see the lines with the white underneath, but the second color will be crackled. So it's very interesting anyway. Also, color on color, same color, and you can also use a little bit of patina just to underline the lines. So you will try. I don't have time to show you all the techniques of this wonderful clay, but you can also try one color on the second color, on the same color between the
Vale, Lina. Entonces, puede usar lo que te da la gana. Puede usar colores contrastantes, lo mismo colores, y
Exactly.
Mónica dice que va
Yes, exactly.
a
Color on color.
salir bien. Entonces, se lo dice Mónica, yo necesito creerlo. Okay, let's mute Monica for a while. What is very, very important about the CRACKLé is to dry it very, very well.
Yes. So I put CRACKLé here, which is transparent, like you see, like
Yeah.
I don't.
Leave the bottle on the desk, Monica, so people it's easier for people to country style CRACKLé. It look like that, totally transparent.
Yeah, right. I suggest you to use a soft brush. So use a soft brush and look, I spread it on my surface. You could also choose to spread it in some parts, not everywhere, and you will have the CRACKLé only in some parts of your background. So it can be also experimented like this. So don't put all over, but only in some parts. Here I put all over because I really want to show you the effect very well. So let's put all over, but you can also choose to put only in the corners, for example. Why not? And have CRACKLé only there.
Much love from Greece. Elare. Grisha.
So now I abandon you for a couple of minutes, the time to dry this surface.
Yeah, let's go. Because yes, it's very, very important to dry the color, but much more important is to dry the CRACKLé country. Or, as I did, it will not appear. So this is the only thing that you can mess up. And I did, honestly, I didn't dry it very well. So the lines came out, but not so deep and nice and defined as they should. Sue, does eat the crop more if you let it dry naturally? I don't think so, but I think that maybe Monica can answer better to this. We just need to wait to finish his drying. Okay, let's see. I believe it does, they say Christine. So if you have experience about it, just comment. If you know that letting dry naturally it will be better, but I don't think so. Agnieszka say, if you put a thicker coat, you will get different effect. That's for true. The thickness of the layers change the effect of the lines. More thick is the layer of the product, more deep will the cracker line appears. But do not put too much, because also having too much product is you can fail. So Monica, I collect some question in the mid. I don't know if you can hear.
Of course. How can I help you?
So the question are first, is better to you have a better effect if you let it dry naturally or not? This is
not with this CRACKLé. So this is not a
No.
two steps crackle, which is more delicate and better to let it dry alone. This crackle you can dry also with the hair dryer. Result does not change.
Okay, so just wasting of time. Okay, understand. And the other one, they say that if you change the amount of product of crackle, you will have a different effect. So a thick layer or a smallest layer of crackle.
No, actually, what makes the difference in crackles is quantity of acrylic color we are going to use now. Okay, so small quantity of paint, you will have smaller crackle. A lot of paint, bigger crackles.
Okay, Gloria is asking, what's the name of the surface Monica is working on? Cardboard.
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 You see, cardboard.
Okay. Hello from New York. Maritza, ciao. Hello. Big Apple is watching us.
Wow. So I take the same colors, Omar, as the beginning. So the same, the same light and darkest colors. And I spread here. Of course, I will use here where I have a darker surface, a lightest color, and the opposite. So let's start with white. But look how much color I take up with my paint, with my brush. So
the brush is dry, Monica?
the brush is dry.
Okay.
Yes.
And the amount of acrylic color
is big quantity of color. Actually, otherwise crackles would be really, really small, and you will not see the difference.
Okay.
Now I'm using darker gray, and I try to soften. You see the crackles are coming out already. They are immediate. So, and imagine that this crackle is I have for a long time, because actually I'm using, but it's still good. It still works. Sorry, my dog. Because my
Agnieszka say you have a different effect if you use a sponge, but I don't think the sponge can have enough color on.
She's right. If you use the sponge, like the sponge brush, you will have very small crackles.
Because the color is not that much, so yes,
Yeah.
understand. Makes sense.
You see that the brush I'm moving in different ways.
Linda chiede, ¿se puede direccionar el craquelado vertical horizontal?
Exactamente, con el pincel. It follows.
But you cannot choose how the lines came out, or they will. Yes, they will.
Stroke like this, your crackles will follow your stroke. And here we follow my strokes. So I'm actually making this kind of irregular surface, trying to use the strokes horizontally and vertically on purpose to get different lines of crackles.
Ok, entonces, Linda, sí, se puede direccionar el craquelado dependientemente de la dirección que tiene el pincel. Entonces, si quería un craquelado así, necesita que, como está haciendo ahora Mónica, mira, para arriba, para abajo. Vale.
Now I'm to draw. Sorry, my daughters came back from school. They come out at 4 o'clock. So
so nice.
In a mess.
Say hello to them. I just mute you, Monica. Okay. Christine say, I think is the layer of paint underneath that is important. Monica say no. The important is the upper. The upper give you the amount and the direction also of the line. So probably not that much. Cindy, is it possible to overwork the paint? This is a very specific question, Cindy. You have to wait for our master, Monica, that you see is drying, and you can see the crackle already appearing. Aspetta, Monica. Sorry, Monica, you were mute.
Sorry. So the crackles are coming out, you see, little by little. Here is still wet, so it's still trying to come out. It will be perfectly finished when it's completely dry. So the paint must be dry completely to see exactly all the crackles. But it's quite immediate, as you see. That's why it's
Cindy,
important to go on very quickly when you put the second layer of paint because the
yeah.
crackles come out very, very quickly.
Cindy is asking, is it possible to overwork the paint?
No, it's better not, Cindy, because actually I'm doing this now only a little bit with white because I wanted to use some paper on it. But actually, if you put once the crackles come out, you cannot overlay the paint. Otherwise, you cancel them, you cover them, you hide it. Actually, so it's better not to overlay the paint. So now I just wanted to clear up a little bit because I wanted to use my paper. So I still have the flower here. So let's go.
Okay, we have questions that I'm lost part of the question. Arib, ciao. If we overlap the color stroke, the cracker are hidden.
Two different crackles types. This you say? Yes, we have two different crackles type. It depends on what you use. So if you use a brush or if you use a sponge, you will have two different crackles. Paradoxically, you can also use a spatula to put the color. If you have time to wait it dry, you use the spatula and you will have very, very big, deep crackles.
E Lina, la profondità del crackleado da che dipende da quanto color pone nella la tercera capa, del secondo color, la ultima. Más color, más crackleado
Pintura más crackleado. Exactamente. Ponemos ahora el papel.
El papel.
So we glue the paper.
Mix media glue, always for the rice paper. Liliana say, oh my God.
So sometimes it's also good to rediscover old products.
Monica, come a little bit up with your, yeah, I mean up on, okay, that's okay.
Okay, so we can see now a little bit the crackles underneath. I don't know if you can, but it's possible also to see them through. And it's always better to hide a little bit the paper. So I hide it with the
Standard brush and the background colors.
Here. It's better with white here because the paper is very light.
I think that for spring, the country crackle is perfect. I don't know. It's talk me about spring, about flowers. I don't know. I love it.
Really a one product for all surfaces. So also on a bottle, glass bottle, why not? Under a plate, you can use directly CRACKLé and then the paint. Okay, because you must keep the transparency, the clearness.
So basically, you can use. You can avoid the first layer if the paper is white already, or it's better to use the first layer anyway?
On glass, you cannot use the first color because on glass, underneath a plate, for example, use first CRACKLé and second paint. The paint crackles, and then you can put another layer of color.
Very good. This is the next question from Patricia. Question, Omar. Could I work with aqua colors?
No, they don't work with CRACKLé. Sorry, no, Patricia. Only you can use, for example, now aqua color to spray on top to make something like patina or something more, but after making it react with paints.
And we can use Vivace or only Aqua or only Allegro?
It's better with Allegro. Allegro,
Allegro is the
they
best.
sure
Is
they crackle well. They
because
can
this
spread.
formula to work together. So our crackle, all our crackle works together with better with Allegro.
If
And
you,
this is a very nice question, Monica.
yes, you know,
Can I ask you, after this crackle, is better to varnish it or before using patina or
yes,
not?
always better to use a varnish before patina because you know that you can wipe patina away easier if you varnish before. So I suggest you to use varnish and then patina. So here we have our three backgrounds with the same paper. We can we paint the crackle directly on the wax candle? No, it's better to use primer first because it slides away and it makes a sort of holes on the surface. So on the
Monica,
smooth
you
surface,
tried everything. You know everything. You already tried every, you know.
unfortunately, I'm old, Omar.
Can I
So
use
worked with crackle and paints for so many years that I had the
can
chance.
I use crackle paste on my kids? No. Monica said no. It's better to know because they used to run away when you spread on them.
Yes, they don't want, they don't like. So, which varnish? Any water-based varnish you can use. So, any varnish you like. If you prefer matte or shiny on crackle, finally you can use what you like. And what more? If you have other questions, just
Yes.
ask. I'm here.
Which of these three techniques you like the most? The first one,
Your kids, okay. I will follow your advice.
do not eat our product, even they looks and smell good.
Okay.
just use just
And
use as it written. You can read in the instruction. It's very important.
Debbie says that she loves our primer. Yes, it's good product. Every time you have a too smooth surface, just put a coat of primer first, and then you can use.
Thank you, Belinda. Which one you like the most? We have the first one. Let's put it
I
on the camera, Monica. The first one. Let's start with the first one. The
first
first one was the marble effect.
marble. So we have marble first, we have wood second, and we have crackle as third.
Yes, sir.
Choose the one you like the most. Anyway, we will publish every background with its product. Okay, I will make good pictures for you, Romer, and you will publish.
Thank you so much. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I will post tomorrow on our Facebook and Stampers of Wild the picture of these three beautiful effects and what you need to create and the link to follow this live to make with us. We have a I want this is one of the best live we had. A lot of people are following us. Monica, I'm so happy and I
You.
want to say thank you to all the people that every day stay with us and probably enjoy our company. So thank you so much.
Which is good.
Marble, say Monica, say she likes the marble.
Some said marble, some said crackle. It depends. It depends.
And we have so many other crackle to discover in the future because we have many crackle and so
Yes, we have many, and we will do them. Yes, of course. Even if next time, Omar, what do we have next time for next atelier?
yes, and later, sorry, previously, I was watching the flowers you have behind you. So, Monica, may I see or asking?
You have good side.
Now, the white one really take my attention. How is made, Monica?
So, how is made? I don't tell you. Let's say. So,
Hello?
maybe next Tuesday, I can show you how to create materic and materic flowers with our different pastes. So, let's leave this mystery on this for next Tuesday. What do you think?
Materic flowers. It sounds already beautiful. Fiori materici. Me gusta, me gusta. Okay. And I like as always your jewel, Monica. You have another beautiful jewel.
This is the rice paper with, the orchid and cats
Very new one.
paper on plexiglass surface. And then this is a metal bee on top. Very simple.
Where do you put all this stuff when you have a room only for your jewels?
But then I give presents to my friends, to everyone. So
Good.
I like to give to them.
Always general. So stay with us. Next week with Atelier, with Monica Paruta, we will learn these materic flowers.
Yes, like this one.
Beautiful. But also the red one, all those flowers, all those one. Okay, let's see. The white one is beautiful, Monica. It's really beautiful. Modern, very modern, and can stay.
It's with many new modern architecture and designs in our houses, so it can fit very easily in our
But also in mine, because my house is made all with woods, but it will.
Some paintings behind them. You need some.
I just moved here, and pandemic time, so I don't have nothing with me, but I have you, Monica, so this is enough to live on.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow with our incredible Cristina Radovan, mi amor, que está haciendo ahora. ¿Me piensa o no me piensa? ¿Qué hace, mi amor? Cristina Radovan tomorrow, and we will go with design team the day after with Anthony's and Farrell Wardrobe. And I have a big surprise for both of you, for Anthony's and for Farrell. And then we will travel to Uruguay con mi amiga Silvia Gabito. And we will make another incredible scrap live with La Vie en Rose. Oh, me encanta La Vie en Rose. And then we will start on Saturday, the first Babel Live, our live in one language. We will speak only one language. And this time will be with Luciana Warnowski, Brazilian scrap from Brazil. So we will speak Portuguese.
Great.
Monica,
Okay.
I would like to come there and kiss you and hug you for this beautiful creative day together. Remember to share this video and all the live of Stamperia. You can win a pizza box.
We did a lot of pizza boxes.
Compartir por ganar la pizza box. Cindy, un beso. See you, Monica, everyone.
It was a pleasure.
Ciao.
Kisses. Ciao. Ciao, ciao. So happy that
Gorgeous. Like this. Give some good reflection. Yes, it's on the light, so it's
for me, that's for sure. Do you know something more?
everyone. You shake your head.
You noticed. Yes, it colors the white acrylics actually.
Adios.
It's